The Maldives, Venice, Madrid, New York, Sydney, grandma's house. Travel comes in many shapes, sizes, levels of aspiration, and luxury. But no matter your flavor, the cost could be paid for with points if you know how to use them. In this video, I'll explain the many ways in which you can use points and miles to bring up your travel game or bring down your cost. But before we get into all that, hi, I'm Lonnie, and I've learned a lot from traveling. In my opinion, traveling is one of the best educational lessons anyone can experience. But don't get it twisted. There is always something new to learn. But the number one thing I've learned from all my lessons in travel strategy is you gotta have points. But once you have them, what do you do with them? That's what we're gonna get in today as I walk you through my beginner's guide to travel hacking. You're gonna wanna grab a notebook for this one. Let's talk about it. To get started, your points and miles are nothing more than a travel reward. And a travel reward can be defined as a type of promotional currency you earn when you use a specific credit card or travel program. Now, these credit cards can come with various perks and benefits that can facilitate or enhance your travel experience, such as a free checked bag when you fly, lounge access, etc. So then credit card companies provide these perks to entice you to apply for their card and choose their specific program. Now, don't overlook this. I'm going to jump back to it in a minute because it's important. But let's finish understanding these travel rewards for now. Once you earn these rewards in the form of points or miles, you can then redeem them for various travel needs, such as flights, hotels, rental cars, cruises, theme park tickets, and more. But they're most commonly used for flights and hotels. With this said, there are 4 different types of travel rewards, and I'm going to walk you through all of them in detail later in this video, but for now, let me tell you what they are real quick. Airline miles, which are specific to a particular airline and must be used directly with an airline. Hotel points, similar to airline miles, these points are specific to a hotel partner or hotel chain, like IHG, which includes both the Holiday Inn as well as intercontinental hotel brands. Transferable points, these are the most flexible type of rewards and usually come from credit cards where points can be transferred to various travel partners. You know this as Chase points, Amex points, Bill points, Capital One miles, etc. And lastly, fixed value points. These are points that have a fixed value, such as 1 point equals 1 cent, and is associated with a specific travel program where your points have a set finite value, which doesn't change, such as 10,000 points equals $100. Now that we know what travel rewards are, the next thing we need to know is how to earn them. This is choose your own adventure. There are many different ways to earn points, even extra points. The most common way is through welcome bonuses, which is nothing more than a marketing tool and promotional offer by the card company to get you to apply for their card. This comes in 3 different parts: the offer, the minimum spend requirement, and a time frame. It looks like this: 60,000 points, the offer; after you spend $4,000, the spend requirement; in the first 3 months, the time frame. The reason why this is a bonus is because you're essentially receiving 15 points per dollar on the first $4,000 you spend with that card, as long as you hit that spend requirement. Which takes me to the second most common way to earn points, and that's through your spend. And that's awarded at 1 point for every dollar you spend with the card. But 1 point per dollar is standard. Nothing special there. If you really want to get the most value, then you should be aiming to get more than 1 point for every dollar you spend. And that can come from bonus categories. A bonus category is when you receive extra points for a specific purpose, such as on the Amex Gold, you earn 4 points per dollar on dining and grocery, or 3 points per dollar on travel with the Chase Sapphire Reserve or Preferred. Now, the last way to earn additional points is via promotions. This covers literally every other reward category option. This includes additional points when booking travel through a travel portal, earning additional points when making a purchase with a specific retailer, with a shopping portal or app. You could receive a loyalty or retention offer from your card directly, which usually comes with a new spend requirement, but hey, it's still extra points. And lastly, shopping rewards. I'm referring to American Express's coupon book here. Well, you'll spend a certain amount of dollars with a certain brand, get a bulk amount of points, or get something like extra 6 points per dollar when you shop at Amazon. Overall, the most lucrative way to earn points is with those welcome offers. So make sure you hit it, as you don't get a second chance at those points. And if you don't hit it, you don't get your money back either. it's gone. To ensure that doesn't happen to you, the best way I recommend you approach welcome offers is to wait and apply for new cards when you have large purchases. Renovating your home or buying new furniture or an appliance, great time to apply for a new card. Getting married, and weddings can be stupid expensive nowadays, that's also a great time to apply for a new card. Let your wedding pay for your honeymoon. Or buying a new car? Yep. I put the down payment of a car on my credit card. The money comes out of the exact same bank account, so I might as well get the points. These are just some examples. All I'm saying is, don't miss hitting that welcome bonus. And don't miss hitting that subscribe button either. I appreciate you being here, honestly. And if you're already subscribed, thanks. How good is your aim? That like button is a little bit of a smaller target. Can you hit that? Let's see. Anyway, now that we know the various ways you can earn your points, let's get to the good stuff. The reason you're probably here. How do we redeem these things? We gotta use them. And they're technically not worth anything until we use them. Good thing, I got you covered. There are multiple ways to redeem your travel rewards, but it's dependent on what type of point or mile it is. To explain, I gotta go back to the 4 types of reward points we discussed earlier. For airline miles, those have to be booked directly through the airline. My United miles can only be booked with United. Now, I can use them to book other airlines within the Star Alliance network, or for hotels, or for other travel aspects, but I have to do it through United. Also, be aware that when booking flights or travel with frequent flyer miles, you usually have to pay a small fee for the taxes. Just FYI. Hotel points are similar, as you have to redeem them directly with the hotel partner or chain. But being that hotels have a wide range of comfort and luxury, I find these kinds of points the most flexible when considering your travel needs. For example, the IHG brand includes both my favorite intercontinental hotels, but also Holiday Inn as well. Now, both of these are important as I get to our transferable points. These are the credit card points that you've earned on your Chase, Amex, Capital One, Bilt, etc. cards. And they're the most flexible as you're able to move those points from your card directly to your hotel or airline. Say I need to book a room at Hyatt and it costs 10,000 points. This is obviously hypothetical. I can move 10,000 points from my Bilt card to my Hyatt account, then book the room with my now Hyatt points on their site. See? And the last way to redeem points is through fixed value options. The most common example of this is with your credit card's travel portal, where instead of airline or hotel partners setting the rate for each point, the credit card company locks you into their value, which is most often 1 cent per point, meaning 100,000 points is equal to $1,000 of travel. With some cards, you can also pay yourself back for travel via your statement at a fixed value rate. Capital One Venture is a good example of this. You may also see it with some small bank cards as well. Now, you might say, why would I do that? Well, there are some benefits, and I've talked about them before. Chase Sapphire cards give you a guaranteed higher rate per point when booking through their travel portal. Or one reason that I feel is highly overlooked is that you can pay the taxes on your booking within a travel portal with your points. It's not use 100,000 points and then pay $20 in taxes out of pocket. You just pay 102,000 points and pay $0 out of pocket instead. And before someone jumps in to tell me I'm wrong to say this, you have to remember, it's your wallet, and you can do whatever you want with your money and points. They're yours. You earned them. I just want to educate you on all your options. But with that said, do your research. Sometimes the cost in a travel portal could be a little higher than if you book directly with the hotel or airline. I'm looking at you, Amex, so make sure to check. Speaking of doing your research, let me show you how to calculate your cent per point value. This is a simple math equation. You only need 3 things. 1, the cash price for whatever you're about to book. I'll say it's $4,000. 2, the cost of any taxes and fees, $20. And 3, the number of points or miles needed. For this, 90,000 points. Why not? Once you have all that, what you'll do is take the cash value of the booking and subtract out any out-of-pocket costs. And I say that because remember, if you're booking through a travel portal where the full cost can be used by points, then you wouldn't have any out-of-pocket costs. But for this example, we're taking out the taxes and fees. Then divide that number by the total number of points or miles needed. Then to move your decimal point over, multiply by 100. And there you have it, 4 cents per point, which ain't bad. It's higher than the standard 1 cent value. So good job. Now, if you're comfortable, this last part I'm going to get into takes us out of the beginner level, and that's airline alliances. I gotta bring it up because it's a very unique way to save even more points on certain bookings. Airline alliances are like a group of friends who agree to help each other out. They share their resources such as planes and routes. They can offer their customers more destinations and better deals. For example, if you're a member of the Star Alliance, you can fly on any of the Star Alliance's airlines and still earn miles that can be redeemed for any of the other member airlines. It's like having a group of friends who's always willing to give you a ride, no matter where you need to go. Now, there are 3 main airline alliances, and each one includes a major US airline. Star Alliance, which includes United, oneworld has American, and SkyTeam has Delta. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because when booking, you can be very strategic. You can use your points towards an airline or one alliance to sometimes book with another airline within that same alliance. I'm gonna explain. This is very common and beneficial with American Airlines flyers, as American only partners with one major card brand, and that's Bilt. And they're part of the One World Alliance. British Airways is also part of the One World Alliance, and they're partnered with multiple card companies. Basically, everyone but Citi. Now, where the strategy comes in, because American is so difficult to transfer points to, you can instead transfer your points to British Airways, then now use your British Airways points to book a flight with American, being that they're both part of the same alliance. The sneaky part is that at times you can get flights a little bit cheaper or for fewer points versus booking with American directly. I just did this with Lufthansa and United for upcoming trip to Barcelona to get a better flight itinerary from the West Coast to Spain, which was available on Lufthansa's website, but not United's. And if you want to learn more about what airlines are part of what alliance and what cards you can use to transfer points to those airlines, the Daily Drop has a great cheat sheet you can use. I recommend you bookmark it. I'll drop a link in the description. All right, that was a lot of info. We'll wrap it up here for the day. Let me know if you used any of these tricks or if you're going to start using any of these tricks. What do you want to talk about next? Do me a favor. Let's keep the party going. Check out one of these videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.